Welcome back, Ultima Weapons. It's the Night Sky Prince again. Dissidia Final Fantasy NT was a game that debuted with some mixed receptions. However, one thing that has kept people coming back to the game, as well as keeping people on the sidelines interested, has been the expanding roster of characters being added to the game, many being realized in HD for the first time, such as Lot Cole and the recently announced Renoa Hartley. However, with the announcement of Renoa, it's making people look back to a Reddit post that dates all the way back to February 8th, in which an alleged leaker posted all the characters that would be on Dissidia NT's roster, and so far he's been 3 for 3 with all his leaked characters on the list so far. Of course, there's always some chance that he just got really extremely lucky, or used hints that Square Enix gave us really well, but honestly, what are the chances of that? The characters we've seen thus far aren't exactly ones I would have predicted, like Renoa or even Vayne. Also, as a side note, I'd like to give a huge thank you to Alex Bates over on Ultima for tipping me off on this rumor. Considering that this leak has been 100% accurate so far, I think it's fair to say that this leak is pretty legitimate. Though I always give my warning to still take it with a grain of salt until it's officially confirmed, though I suppose you could take this one with half of a grain of salt as it's been pretty accurate so far. So who are the other leaked characters? Well, the next character will be one from Final Fantasy XI, who is a male character, except he didn't remember the name. However, from what he can recall, he believes the character will be Nagmalada. For fans of Final Fantasy XI, seeing one of their favorite characters in Dissidia NT and getting some much needed love should hold them over, at least until the mobile remake is finished. The fifth character, perhaps one of my favorite characters in the Final Fantasy franchise, it's Yuna from Final Fantasy X. Considering that most of the characters in Dissidia are coming from their last design chronologically, it makes me wonder if they're going to change Yuna up from her duodecim appearance, and in doing so, actually design her moveset around her 10-2 appearance as opposed to 10 Yuna. I can't say I'd be surprised, as they are actively trying to shake things up with Dissidia's combat and roster. And the next character on this list I think makes it very apparent on why NT would do that. The sixth and final character would be Snow, but specifically his Lightning Returns version, though as you can imagine, his original costume would probably be available as an alternate. Adding Snow certainly does make a lot of sense. However, if I'm going to be honest, there's still a lack of a villain representative for Final Fantasy XIII, and it makes absolutely no sense to me that Caius Ballot wasn't chosen instead, or hasn't made an appearance yet at least. I just personally think that Caius would have made a lot more sense, and considering that he's not coming for this season pass, it looks like my hope that he'll find his way into Dissidia NT has been completely crushed. Unless they do a second season pass, of course, it's not like the game is selling that well or has an extremely large active fan base. To be honest, if this is the roster overall, I can't say it's the most amazing season pass you could ever ask for. After all, where is Tifa Lockhart, who pretty much most of us wanted to come to this game? Though I will say, I really do like the character rotations and that they're not just sticking to the characters that they've already used. Whether you love or hate Dissidia Final Fantasy NT, one thing that can be said about it is they're not afraid to change things up. So Ultima Weapons, does this rumored leak list make you want to pick up a season pass for Dissidia NT? Or have you not touched Dissidia NT in so long that the game disc has a thick layer of dust and your PS4 couldn't even read it? Subscribe, slam that bell icon if you love JRPGs, and let me know in the comments below. And if you really love Dissidia, whether it's NT, Opera Omnia, or you're still playing Duodecim on your PSP, be sure to head on over to our Facebook group, Ultima, Square Enix plus JRPGs, where all the waifus are already unlocked without DLC. Link in the description below.